What's good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy Forrest Ripperton back at it again with another video. And today's video is a podcast style video. I haven't done one of these in a minute. So first of all, I just want to get this out the way. Clearly, I go outside. Clearly I go outside. I mean, not necessarily clearly because y'all don't see me every day or y'all don't know me like that and shit like that. So y'all could assume that I just stay in the house all day long and just don't go anywhere. I'm pretty sure it's people like that. I'm pretty sure it's people like that somewhere where they just don't go anywhere, like they don't leave the house at all. But I do leave the house, but the idea of why I don't go outside, like the typical outside, like people say, like to functions and parties and just always out and about. I felt like I needed to kind of like get on here and explain that to y'all. Not really explain it, but just give y'all my point of view on why I don't really go out or why you don't see me out anywhere like that for real. Because I know some people that follow me on Instagram, and it's people that have seen me outside. Like I've gone to like flea markets and thrift stores and shit like that. Like it's people that see me outside, but like in the outside culture, like I said, the outside culture, you won't see me. Like it's an event going on right now in the Black Flea Market in LA, and I've actually been to that event once or twice. Maybe I think at the most I've probably been to it 3 times, I think, and it's cool. But when I go to it, I go there, speak to the people that I know, have conversations with them for a little bit. I walk around, make my rounds, and just kind of like people watch. And if somebody that I know we're having a conversation, a lengthier conversation, I'll stay there and have conversation with them and shit like that. But then after that, I'll make my couple rounds, sit in the cut, like literally. If you've been at one of these events or something like that, I'll literally sit in the cut where nobody can bother me or nothing like that. And I'm saying, enjoying the music or just people watching or enjoying the weather and just cooling it. I'm not being mixy. I'm not having, like, you know how, like, when you go to events, people are, like, in groups or they just sitting with their crew and they just talking, having fun, laughing, blah, blah, blah. Like, that don't be me. I find a cut. I swear, I find me a cut where I can just cool it and nobody can bother me. And if you see me, you don't see me. That's what I be hoping. I'm like, I hope don't nobody see me, bro. Come over here and talk to me. Because I really just be vibing, bro. Like, I think I have, like, anybody that can relate to this, have you ever just been somewhere or just been out with people and you're not talking much or you just really just chilling, you cooling, and you got that one or two people that'll be like, always coming up to you, asking you, like, are you good? Like, you good? Like, you all right? You want some water? Like they ask you a bunch of questions because they low-key feel like you're bored or you're not interested in what's going on. Like, I know there's some people out there that can relate to shit like that. That's how people be with me. And I'd be like, bro, I'm cool. Like, I'm chilling. Everything's straight. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm really just vibing and enjoying what I'm just trying to be present. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I'm not present. Sometimes I kind of like be in my head and like daydreaming or something like that. But most of the time I try to just be present in that moment and, you know what I'm saying, breathing in the air on like some Zen shit, bro. Like I be breathing in the air and smelling the air and looking at people's outfits and just analyzing like, I don't know, bro. It sound weird, but I just like to look at people and just see, okay, like look at their fits and just look at their mannerisms and just see what they like, how they move and react. Because, you know, like we on an everyday basis, we aren't able to see ourselves from third person. We always are like first person all the time, unless you look in the mirror or some shit like that. But we're never able to see ourselves third person on a day-to-day basis. So I just be looking at other people and just being like, dang, like just seeing what they like. You can literally see, like, can tell what kind of person a person is by just like people watching and shit like that. And not on no weird creepy shit or nothing like that, but that's just how I be, bro. I be on some weird shit like that, but I rarely do go outside. And I feel like the reason why I don't go outside that often is I never really grew up going outside, like being in the mix. Like I've gone outside with my friends growing up and stuff like that, gone to the movies or gone to a friend house or will be outside late at night, like, because I'm from DC. So I remember in like not middle school, probably like early high school, me and my friends were probably like, not middle Yeah, not high school, like ninth grade, eighth grade, like ninth grade, yeah, probably around ninth grade, 10th grade. Me and my friends would just like go ride bikes around the city and shit. Like on a late night, we'd go ride our bikes around like Howard University or Georgetown, or we'd just do shit like that. Like I grew up being outside with my friends and shit like that, but I never was like a party goer. Like when people had parties and functions and stuff like that, I never went to those things. It's just probably because number one, my mom, like when I was younger, my mom didn't let me go to that stuff because she just didn't want me to be like involved in a lot of that stuff. Like at party, like if y'all know at parties and shit, it's people, you never know what's gonna happen. It's people drinking, it's people smoking, motherfucking shootouts be happening, all type of shit be going on. So my mom was trying to like protect me from shit like that. So I understood why she didn't want me to do that. But I never really, even when I was young, like I never even wanted to really go to that shit like that. I'd rather just be in the crib playing 2K or just playing a game and shit. So I never really wanted to do that stuff. But like I said, I didn't grow up just going to parties, going to functions and shit like that. A lot of my friends would be out and about just doing all type of shit, but that never really was my thing. Like, I don't know why. It just never really was my thing. And you would think growing up that way, like if you have a parent that don't let you go places, stuff like that you would be a little rebellious, or you're like, all right, well, nobody allowed me to do that, so now I'm about to go figure it out on my own. But I never was that way. Like I've tried to do it. Like I've tried to do that stuff. Even when I got into college, I feel like college is like if you grew up not being able to go out and stuff like that, I feel like college is the place where people just start wilding, bro. Like you go to every party, you try and get drunk, try to wild out, all type of stuff. But even in college, bro, I still didn't go to like parties and shit like that. I've went to a few. Like I said, I've always tried them because I didn't want to be that guy that's like, oh, I hate parties. Like parties is dumb, but I never went. I wanted to go and just kind of get a feel of this shit, just be like, okay, let me see what this shit like. So I go to parties and shit like that and functions, and just to see, like, all right, let me see what niggas is doing. And when I get there, it's just hot, sweaty, loud music. I'm saying, obviously, you can go in there and probably try to talk to girls and girls dancing on you and shit like that, get a couple dances, but it still wasn't, it never like made me be like, oh my God, I can't wait to the next party. You know what I'm saying? Like I never was like, fuck, I want to go party, bro. I want to go this, that, and the third. Like it never made me want to do that shit. So, yeah, I would rather just stay in the crib and chill, like you know what I'm saying? Or I would be playing sports, so I would rather go work out, or I would rather play the game or shit like that. It was other stuff I would rather do than to go be around a bunch of fucking people and be sweating and trying to fucking hook up with girls and talk to girls. I had my own way of getting girls and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? My roommates, some of my roommates are still my friends to this day. Like, they always be like, bro, how the fuck you be doing this, that, and the third, and you don't even be going nowhere. I just had my own way of communicating to people. I had my own way of like just maneuvering through life and shit to where I never had the need to go to parties and shit. But yeah, this not me shitting on parties, and I don't want nobody to think that either. I always feel like when I'm talking about stuff that I don't do or that I don't like and shit like that, I be feeling like people probably be thinking that I'm just trying to shit on it and stuff. Like, I don't shit on that stuff. It's like, it's cool. Like, if that's your thing, bro, like, if that's like, we're meant to be around people and surrounded by people and all that other stuff. So if that's your way of just, you know what I'm saying, enjoying life, that's your way of connecting and all that stuff, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, I really don't look down on it. I really have no emotions to it. It's just something that I don't do. But yeah, I have homies and friends that go out and party and do all type of stuff, and they have fun when they go. But I even have friends that they'll invite me to stuff, but then they get to the point where they're like, I know this nigga is not going. Like, I know if I ask him, he's not going to want to go, so I might as well just not say nothing to him. So I've gotten to the point, my friends have gotten to the point, or just people in general have gotten to the point where they won't even invite me nowhere when it's like a function or party, because they're like, I know what this nigga going to say. But you never know. Like, you might catch me on a good day where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go outside today. It's fucking very rare that I'm going to do it, but that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? You might get lucky one day and you be like, yo, Forrest, you want to come somewhere or go outside? I'm like, I might be in the mood. Be like, all right, bet. Let me finish this up real fast and I do it. Or they'll ask me and I'll be like, I think I'm going to go, and then I hit them up later like, nah, never mind, I ain't going to go. So, I mean, you never know. But I say don't never stop asking or whatever, but I'm cool if you don't ask, because if it's something that I'm really, really interested in going, or I see somebody post something, I'll literally hit them up, or I'll see like what's going on and I'll go. But I'd rather be in the crib, bro. Like, I'd rather be in the crib. I have fun in here. I listen to music. I watch YouTube videos, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Rick and Morty. Like, I'm just watching all type of shit on TV. I'm watching fucking fashion shit. I'm trying on different clothes, trying to think of my next move I'm gonna do in life, or thinking of ways to improve my life and what I need to learn. Like, I'm just in the crib doing all type of shit like that. So, yeah, I just be rather being in the crib, and yeah, that's kind of like why I'll be like, that's why when I made this shirt, that I wore this shirt to let you know I'd rather be home right now. Like, when I made the shirt, I was like, damn, this is so relatable to me. Like, that's why it just was like, I fuck with this because it's like so me. Like, this is the perfect shirt, bro. Like, I'll be outside somewhere and I'm like, damn, bro, I just want to be in a crib, bro. Like, I want to go home. Like, I know it's other people out there that feel this way, so that's how I knew it was going to kind of relate to other people. But because I know I'm not the only like introverted person, and that's the crazy thing though. Like, I feel like through my social media and through my YouTube and stuff like that, sometimes I don't come off as introverted or antisocial and shit like that. But that's because it's nobody in here while I'm doing this. I'm so like weirded out and introverted and shit like that. If it was somebody in here right now while I was trying to record this video, I wouldn't be able to do it because it just fucks my mind up. It feel like I'm being watched, or I can feel the energy in here. So it'll kind of mess up how I talk or what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I'm even weird to that point. But yeah, like I was saying, it might seem like I'm very extroverted and all like talkative and shit like that, but I'm like this when I'm in the comfort of my own space, when I'm by myself, cooling with myself, or like if I'm with my really, 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 really close friends. I'm a nutcase. I'm fucking retarded. I'm doing all type of crazy shit. Like, my friends have hella videos of me just being a nut, bro. Like, just being. I'm really. It's something wrong with me. I really do feel like it's something wrong with me. Like, I'm slow, or some screws is loose or something, bro. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely something wrong with me. I'm definitely a lunatic, and I know y'all can see sometimes when I'm on Instagram and stuff, when I have my stories, and y'all can see some of that like lunatic in me. But yeah, like I'm introverted to a certain degree, but I'm definitely just not an extroverted person. Like, I won't be out randomly and just walk up to somebody and have a random ass conversation with them. Or if I'm out and people are trying to have a conversation with me, sometimes I'm just like, I kind of get anxiety and shit. It's just like, bro, like, fuck, like I want to hurry up and go on about my day. And it might sound rude, but that's just really how it was. Like, today I was leaving out my building and somebody, like, I was just minding my business on my phone and I'm going down the steps and somebody's like, Forrest Ripperton. And I'm like, oh shit. Like when I hear that, it kind of like scared me a little bit. I get nervous. I'm like, oh shit, like somebody about to try to have a long ass conversation with me or something. But it don't be nothing against them. It's just like I get like my body just like squirm up. I'm like, ah. And I was just like, yo, it's good. Like, I'm like, that's how I am. Cause I don't want to be a rude person and shit like that. I'm not rude and stuff like that. So I speak and be like, what's good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they saying and listen to what they saying. But, most of the time, bro, I'm just trying to like I'm in this like bubble, in this like world where I'm just in my own world. Like, I just be in my own world, bro. And it just be me and that giant. I don't know, like that's really just how I've been all the time. Like, even to the point where somebody might text me or call me, and like if I'm listening to like, oh my goodness, I know I'm not the only person. I know I'm not the only person that go through this. Like, you listening to music or you watching a good show or you doing something that you're really like enjoying or like really tapped into, and somebody call your phone, bro. Like, whew. Like, that is probably one of the top 5 things that are like, like, bro, you ever just been listening to some music and somebody call you and your motherfucking phone, like, it just start calling, bro. You like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that's how I be, bro. Like, it really is. That's how I be. But like I said, none of this is like in a rude way or in like I hate people and shit like that. It's nothing like that. It's just who I am as a human being. I'm just naturally like in my own world, in my own zone, and stuff like that. But like people who have met me or people who know me, they won't like they can vouch and say like I'm not no weird ass nigga. Like I'll like if we're having a conversation about something, I'll literally be attentive and in the conversation and having back-to-back conversations and shit like that. I'm not like no weird ass person to where you're talking to me and I'm like, I don't, yeah. Like, I'm not that type of person. Like, I'll really have a conversation, but the conversation has to be worth something. Like, I'm not a small talk kind of person. I'm not trying to sit here and just be like, oh, yeah, how was your day? Oh, yeah, it was good. Yeah, the weather? Yeah, like, I'm not doing shit like that. I'd rather be involved in more, like, good conversations that I'm intrigued by. And if you can get me in an intriguing conversation, I'll definitely start talking and rambling my fucking mouth and shit like that. That's why sometimes these podcasts or just YouTube videos, you'll see me going a little rants or I just be talking, bro, because it's like I can go on and just be talking and talking and talking for sure. Like I definitely can do that shit. But I have to be really interested in the thing that I'm talking about, or I don't know. I just catch me in a mode where I'm just fucking yapping my fucking gums. But yeah, that's really what it is, bro. Like it's no like weird shit. I just always have been this way. I've always been like this in my whole life. And I do sometimes. I ask myself, why the fuck I just started like I said I like what the fuck say boo ass. I always ask myself like, is this gonna be something that is gonna be like get in the way of my success, or is this gonna be something that's gonna like I don't know. I kind of ask myself, is this gonna be something that'll get in the way of my success, of me like not going outside that often or not really talking to people as often? Because sometimes I'd be like, all right, I'll see people who are very like extroverted, they going out and they talking to everybody and they meeting all type of people and stuff like that. And I'll look at it, and I know it's not good to compare yourself to other people, but I look at that because I'm like, damn, that's a strength that they have that I just don't have. Because I'll go to a function and not speak to nobody. Like, if nobody speaks to me and I don't find something intriguing about what a person got on, or I won't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I won't say shit to nobody. I'll just be there just cooling and minding my business. So it's other people that'll go to places and be in stores and be places, and they'll be talking to each and every person. Like, the only time that I'm really like that is if I go into a clothing store and I'm talking to the people in the store about clothes. Like, you can get a good conversation out of me on some shit like that. Like, I'll go in a lot of clothing stores and have conversations with people and be like, oh, what you know, like, have you heard about this, or what's this brand? And then we'll start talking about a certain brand, or like, I've done that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want people to make it seem like I'm just like a weirdo. Like, I'm like, don't talk to me. Like, that was not who I am, bro. Like, but it just has to be very, 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 very interesting to me. Like, I don't go outside with the intent of saying, okay, who am I going to talk to today? Or how can I find the next person to talk to and shit like that. That's not who I am naturally. That's just not who I am as a person. But yeah, I always wonder if that's going to be something that'll get in the way of my success. Because I want to try to, like, sometimes I try to be a little bit more extroverted, and maybe I'm just not giving myself enough credit on talking to people and making connections and shit like that. Because I don't know, like, maybe I'm just not giving myself enough credit or something like that. Or maybe I am as bad as I think I am, but who knows? Like, the people that's in my life and shit like that, I mean, how the hell did I had to have some type of good communication skills, or I had to be some type of a decent person to have the connections and relationships that I have with certain people. So it can't be that bad. So that's what kind of puts me back in my world where it's like, bro, like you thinking too much is cool. Like, you don't have to be doing all this extra ass shit if you don't have to, like, if you don't want to, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So part of me definitely brings me back to that where it's like, bro, you good. But another part of me is like, damn, bro, like, you need to talk to people a little bit more. But yeah, I just don't like talking to people just for the sake of talking to people. And also, I don't like talking to people because I feel like say it's somebody that you know has certain connects, or you know that would be a good person to talk to or shit like that. I don't like just talking to them just because of that. Like, oh, this person knows this person, blah, blah, blah. How can I talk to them? Like, that's just not how I like communicating. I have to genuinely be curious about this person, or be curious in something that they're doing. Like, I just can't be like, okay, this person knows this or has this connect, and okay, how can I fucking talk to them? Let me figure out how I can hack this and talk to them and shit like that. Like, I can't do that. Like I said, it's people who can do that, but that's just not who I am. And I guess I just don't have to be that way. And I know I'm not the only person that's like this. I know that for a fact. So that's why it doesn't bother me too much, because I'm like, bro, you're not the only one that probably is this way. And I'll find other people who communicate the same way I communicate, or make it easier to communicate and shit like that. So, yeah, so I'm able to put myself back into a sane mentality where it's like, bro, you good. There's no need to be worried about your future, because you'll connect with the people that you need to connect with. You'll talk to the people that you need to connect with, like talk to, and everything is gonna work how it needs to work. And God is gonna put you in the rooms that He needs to put you in, that He knows is good for you, and stuff like that. So I kind of don't, like me thinking about that kind of grounds me and makes me be like, all right, bro, like, you good, you chill. But yeah, I've always been this way, bro. I've always been this way. But I think that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna say so good on social media, but I think that's why I can build an audience, or I can connect with y'all on the internet, because I don't be all out and about and just talking and shit like that, which is random ass people. But when I talk to y'all, like on this camera and stuff like that, and y'all comment, or I get on live and we're having conversations like that, it feels good. Like, that's my way of communicating. And I think that, like, everybody has to find their strength in communication, or just strengths in general. And I feel like that's my strength, to where I can talk to y'all like this, and it's like, okay, I know if y'all have something y'all want to say, I can give good rebuttals, or we can have good conversations in the comment section or in my DMs. Like, y'all, like, if y'all have ever DM me, it's like I can't get to every DM that, like, every person that DMs me. But if you've ever DM me, 9 times out of 10, I've responded to you, and we've had, like, I've had lengthy conversations with people in my DMs where we're just talking about all types of shit, bro. Like, so I definitely do that as well. I'm not like this weirdo person where people just DM me, I'm just ignoring. Like I said, I can't get every DM. Like, I can't respond to every single DM, every person that DMs me. But I do make it my duty to, you know what I'm saying, speak to the people that's trying to say something to me, or asking for advice. Or if I put something on my Instagram that sparked somebody to say something to me, like, I do my best to communicate with them and shit like that. And yeah, so that's why I kind of don't beat myself up about it too much, because I'm like, all right, like, I got to be halfway decent, because people are still, you know what I'm saying, following me, supporting me, and like encouraging me in life and shit like that. So I got to be some kind of decent of a person. I can't be as bad as I think I am when it comes to communicating with people and shit like that. So yeah, it's probably just me being hard on myself and shit like that. But yeah, I just really like being at home, bro. Like, it's my safe place, my safe haven. You know what I'm saying? This is like, when you play Grand Theft Auto and shit like that, it's called the safe house for a reason, bro. Like, this is where you are able to, like, this is your world. Like, this, you can do whatever you want to do in this joint. You could play with clothes all day. You can lay down walk around butt ass naked in this joint if you want to. Fucking play the game. Like, you could do whatever you want to do in your space and stuff like that. So it's just where I feel the most comfortable at. And I go outside because I have to go do shit. Like, I gotta go take care of stuff. And you know what I'm saying? I'll go to the thrift store as well. Like, I'll go do certain shit. I'll go ride my bike. I'll skate. Like, I'll go eat. Like, I'll go do shit. Like, I'll even go. I've met a lot of people who say that they hate going out by themselves. Like, they can't go eat lunch by themselves, or they can't go to dinner by themselves, or they can't go to the movies by themselves. But, bro, I can't even sit here and lie. Going with people places is cool. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, having connections with other human beings and shit like that, it's cool. Like, I enjoy that, and making memories and stuff like that with other people. But ain't nothing like going somewhere by yourself, bro. Like, you ever went to the movies by yourself and you just, you know what I'm saying, get your ticket, go to the popcorn stand, get you some nachos, some popcorn, some candy. Then you go sit down and peacefully watch a movie. And you're like, damn, I'm enjoying this movie right now. Nobody is talking to me in my ear, or nobody is asking me about something, or all this other stuff. Like, it's so peaceful. Or you ever gone to dinner or lunch and you just sitting there just eating your food, and you're like, damn, nobody's bothering me right now. I could sit here as long as I want to. And especially at the thrift store, like, bro, you ever went to the thrift store and you just in there all day long and you like, damn, if I was with somebody right now in the store with me, I would have to be worried about if they bored or they tired of being in here. I could be in here all day if I want to, and I don't have to hear nobody's mouth. I could look at the same sweater for 30 hours if I want to, and I don't have to hear nobody complain. Maybe the store, because they probably about to close, but other than that, I could look at it and just admire it and try it on 30 different times and walk around the same sections that I done walked around and looked at the same pieces over and over again. But guess what? I'm by myself, and I'm enjoying myself. And I'm enjoying my space. I just feel like I'm a cool ass person, so why would I not want to hang out with myself? Like, if you have a problem hanging out with yourself or doing things by yourself, then that means you're just not, like, you're not comfortable with yourself. You should have the most fun. Like, just me personally, like I said, this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? My opinion is my opinion. But I just feel like you should be able to have the most fun and the most enjoyable times by yourself, because it's you. You should fuck with you. And I fuck with me. I fuck with me, bro. Like, I feel like I'm a cool ass person, and why would I not want to take myself to dinner, take myself to lunch, or go to the park with myself and go to the movies and thrift? And like, why would I not want to do that stuff with myself, bro? I fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm a cool ass nigga, you know? So, I don't know. That's just how I feel. Like, and if you don't feel that way about yourself, then, I mean, maybe you just got to do some evaluation or just sit down and think about some shit. But I don't know. Ain't nothing wrong with me being out and doing shit by myself, bro. Like, that's just what I do. That's just how I like to do shit. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. But yeah, that's really why I be in the crib all the time, bro. Like, it's just where I like to be. I like being by myself and not having to be responsible for somebody's, like, anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when you got people around you, you got to kind of be, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with this. I go out with people and I be around people, but I'm more so by myself most of the time. But when you out with people, you got to have them into consideration of, like, if it's something you want to do, now you got to think about, okay, what if they don't want to do this? Or, all right, what if they get bored in the midst of it? Or, like, I don't know. That's just how I am when I'm out with people. I'm so considerate. I'm kind of like thinking about the person and making sure that they're good more than myself. Like, I'm like, I hope they don't get bored. I hope they don't need this. Like, you good? Like, you need this, you need this. Like, well, let's do this. Like, I'm saying, I that's how I am when I'm around people, and it kind of doesn't allow me to enjoy shit. But like I said, I'm not like that all the time, because there's certain people you could be around and they don't require all of that type of shit. Like, y'all could just be in silent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's a strength to being around people and not having to talk the whole time. Like, that, I feel like that's the ultimate, like, bond and connection, where you could be around somebody and be enjoying being around them, and y'all don't even have to talk. Y'all don't have to have no long ass conversations for them to feel like that y'all enjoying yourselves or nothing like that. Like, if you could be around people and they don't require you to talk the whole time, for y'all to be just enjoying whatever the hell y'all doing, like, that is like the ultimate. That's the best thing you could ever have, bro. Like, I swear. But yeah, like, that's just how I am. That's just what I be doing. And I don't know, bro. I know, like I said, I know I ain't the only person that's like this, so I don't want nobody out there trying to make it seem like I'm the only person that's like this or I'm weird. I know I'm not alone in this shit, bro. And even if I was alone, it's like I still wouldn't. It's still me. Like, this is who I am, bro. Like, if it's who I am, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. I'm cool. I'm living my life. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Yeah, but I do think some screws is loose. I do think something wrong with me to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Some of my friends, they tell me I probably need to go to therapy. Maybe I do. Maybe we all do. Maybe everybody in the world probably needs therapy. But it is what it is, man. I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the people that I allow into my world, and they allow me into their world. I'm always appreciative of that. Like, you got to be appreciative of people who allow you into their world, into their space, into just whatever they're doing, because I feel like your space, your time, your, like, bubble, your world is very sacred, and you should be really, really, aware of the people that you allow into your world. You gotta be, bro. Like, you gotta be. I know it get weird when people talk about energies and stuff like that, and I don't want to be that guy because I'm really not that guy to this certain degree. But you do have to be aware of people energies and who you allow in your space, bro, because not everybody deserves to be in your space. And that's not on no like hierarchy or feeling like you're better than somebody or nothing like that. It's just facts. Like, not everybody deserves to be in your space. Not everybody deserves to share your company, and that's just facts. And sometimes you got to learn the hard way, where you invite people and you allow people into your space and you realize like, damn, I should have never did that. But it's cool because now you can dismiss them and understand like how to kind of see things before they happen, or how to dismiss people out of your world as like not, least confrontational as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people can come into your life and they had to come into your life to show you what you don't want in your world or what you don't like and shit like that. So people got to come into your world to show you what you do like. So that's just how it is. And you got to kind of play that game a little bit. And sometimes it's scary and sometimes it's risky and shit like that. But life is risky. So it's like, it is what it is. Just knowing how to handle these situations is cool. But yeah, I do feel like you should be very strict on who you allow in your space and who you allow yourself to give energy to and shit like that, because you could just be, people are draining. Like, it's certain people that's out here in energy drainers and they can just drain you and take, and they don't have nothing to offer you, like, you energy wise or mentally or nothing like that. They just want to be around just to soak up all of this shit you got going on in your world and then fuck it all up. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to be, I stand on that. I definitely stand on protecting my world and protecting who I allow in it and stuff like that. And I feel like I do a good job with that. And I do believe you don't need 1 million friends. You don't need 1 million people in your world, bro. You just need a solid group of people. Not even a group, like, it could just be 1 or 2 people that's really solid in your world, that's like real close to you. Now, you can have colleagues and people you work with and people like shit like that, but you don't need like no big ass group of people to be peaceful and bounce ideas off of or just enjoy this world with. Like, you don't need a fat ass group of people. I mean, it's cool if y'all all on the same page and y'all all got different aspects about y'all that y'all could teach each other and help each other with and stuff like that. That's always good, but you don't need no fat ass group of people, bro. Like, at least I don't feel like you do, but who knows? It's cool having connections. Like I said, you have people, it's like different sections. It's like colleagues, people you work with, blah, 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 my close friends, family. Like, it's different sections to all that shit. Not everybody is your friend. Not everybody is in your family. Like, it's like different people serve different roles in your life and shit like that. And that's just a fact. So you just kind of got to differentiate who is who in your world and understand that y'all both are on that same level and understanding of y'all relationship. But yeah, I be in the crib for real, and this is where I like to be. And I do go outside sometimes, you know what I'm saying, but not outside. Like, you never gonna really catch me at no bar for real, unless I just was super curious to go, or I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go. Or if I'm like out with a specific group of people where it's like, okay, this is where I gotta be or some shit like that. But like, that's not naturally where I'm gonna be at. Like, I'm not naturally gonna be doing shit like that. You won't catch me at no club like that. Like, I've been to Vegas and I've done shit like that, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I'll do stuff like that, but that's not what I'm just, it's like people that go to the club every Friday night. It's people that go out every weekend and stuff like that. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's just not my cup of tea for real. But I know how to kind of find my comfort zone in it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's me finding a little crease somewhere where I could just people watch and scope the scene and make sure shit cool. And yeah, I go somewhere for 10 minutes and dip. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done did that shit before. Like, I go somewhere, you know what I'm saying, kind of enjoy the vibes, cool it, get in the cut, watch us get out of there. And they be like, damn, like, I just saw bro 2 seconds ago. He gone. Like, where you at? Gone. I'm gone. Went to the crib. The crib was calling, you know what I'm saying? That was my little taste of outside. Right back at the crib, you feel me? So that's just how I be. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. And like I said, I know it's some of y'all that's the same way. Like, I'm not the only person that do that shit. So yeah, that's just how it be. And that's just how I live my life. And yeah, maybe one day nah, not really. I was about to say maybe one day I'll start going out to bars and parties and shit like that a little bit more. But nah, I'm cool. It just gotta be. I think moral of the story. I'll go pretty much anywhere. Like I literally go pretty much anywhere. Like I want to travel and shit like that, and I'm gonna do that. Like I definitely want to travel and see the world and do stuff like that. But that's not what I mean by going outside. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to do that stuff. I meant outside, like the typical outside when people be saying that. Like I'm not the type of person that go outside just to be outside. Like niggas just want to stand outside all day. Like I'm not doing that, bro. Unless I'm just with good people and good vibes and good energy, then cool. But I'm not doing that just to fucking do that. Right? I got to be around folks that I fuck with to be doing some shit like that. Because, like I said, I've definitely done it. Like I'll be out in New York and be with my homies, and we just walking around the city and cooling and stuff like that. But in LA, I'm not doing that in LA. I ain't even gonna lie. I just not gonna do that. But I've definitely in New York, DC, like I've done that. Just been out cooling with my homies and shit. And we just enjoying the time together and just enjoying the world and shit like that. So I just have to really be. I have to either be around good folks, good people, good energy, good vibes, or I have to be really intrigued by whatever the hell is going on to get me out the crib. And yeah, most of the time I'll choose home, but sometimes I'll choose the thing that's going on. And that's just how it be, and that's just how it is. And that's just who I am. You did?